Okay, so I've been watching a few shows as of recently. I just wanted to like quickly talk about it or some of my thoughts on it because honestly, like I haven't finished like any of these shows, but I have watched them and I watched like a decent amount of them, or I just started like one or two of them, and that's not enough to like make a video or anything like that. So I might as well just talk about it and then get it out there and tell you my thoughts and opinions. And maybe I might make a video down the line, or it'll just never come out. But it'll just be like that. You know what I mean? It'll just be like that. But one of the first shows that I was watching. Oh man, it's Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf, yeah, my friend Nick, he really likes the show, and he put me onto the show Teen Wolf. Now, as a genuine thing, I do really like the show, but it's so many times where it's like I would have to call like BS, or I would have to like turn my head, so to say, or just like turn off my brain for some of the things. I was like, you know what, it's an FTV show, and like 2007. You know, what more can I say? Like sometimes the writing is a little crazy. It's a little wrong. It does also sometimes surprise me in terms of how smart it can be in times, or it'll just like literally put it in my mouth in the sense I'll be like, oh, yo, this is dumb or something like that. Then 2 seconds later, it's like, oh, it's justified. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that was actually pretty good. Actually, but that happens like a few times. Not a lot. Not a lot. And just some of the standout characters being like Scott, Styles. Styles is like the best character. It's not even debatable. Like it's definitely Styles. But I like Scott. I like Styles. Oh man, Jackson. Man, Jackson is like, I hate him so much. It's like I like to hate him so much. He does a really good job of being super hateable. Like it's so interesting to actually watch him, or some of the shit that comes out of his mouth is fucking hilarious. I can't lie. I always got like a soft spot for Derek. I do always like Derek, and they sort of always expand his story. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm only up to season 3, so like I'm pretty far in like at this point, so I am gonna finish it. I am do want to get to, I guess, the movie, even if it's good or bad, no matter what it is. But I definitely want to get to the movie, and I know I just finished season 3, so all the shit are like I guess quick spoiler, like with alphas and like the Japanese ghost guy, or the case may be. It was good. It was just like I said before, a lot of bullshit things and everything like that. But I'll cut off from there. I'll go into the next show that I was watching. This show I've only watched to season 2. Only has 3 seasons up because I believe that's all that's on there. But it's a show that I watched like a few years back when it was like airing on television, stuff like that. OKKO. I do really like the show in the terms of like how cartoony or wacky it can be, or sometimes how serious it can be, and in terms of like it will give you like a random lesson or something that's like you wouldn't like really expect in terms of how things are processed, or sometimes it'll just be like a wacky ass cartoon for certain episodes, or I don't know, sometimes it'll feel like it's very serious in the context of whatever episode we're in, or whatever character driven episode that we're looking at the time. And then that's what sort of grinds my gears a bit, because like I don't know, like sometimes I do like the silly episodes a little bit, but I'm so heavily invested into like the lore, or what all the characters think about either each other, or all the seriousness. Like sometimes like when has the silliness after like a really serious episode, it's like I was like, I don't really want to watch that. Or if I have like a silly episode, then I see a serious episode next, I'm like, after like I was gonna stop watching, I'm like, damn, actually I really want to watch it. And I don't know, maybe it's like my taste buds aren't like the same as they used to be as a kid, in terms of me wanting more serious stuff, or like more silly stuff in that regards. It's still, again, all very enjoyable in the terms of like I said, all the serious episodes, I've liked pretty much all of them. All the lore driven episodes, I loved all of them. And most of the silly episodes I do like there was just like only a few of them that like I was like, I'm really not in the mood for this, or I really just don't want to watch it in terms of that. And then also I've seen a few of the crossovers they had so far, and it was pretty good. Because like I said, I only watched the show like a few years ago back when it aired, and then I decided to watch it again. And again, I'm pretty much enjoying myself sort of back when a few years back when I was a little bit younger. And me, funny enough, actually liking almost all the characters. There's not really a character that I don't like. If like I had to like have like, I don't know, maybe like a gun to my head and like I had to choose which character, like, oh man, I don't really have that strong of anything to like at all. Maybe just like I guess like either Gar or Chaos Mom or something like that. Like honestly, I do really like the relationship between Chaos Mom and also KO, in terms of how they treat each other and how they love each other and how much they enjoy each other. I always love that. Just like I guess it's not as strong because it's not the main focus. that is the three main stars, aka KO, Enid, and Radicles and stuff like that. And with Gar, as well as, I don't know, I felt like it should be a little more shine on Gar, even though Gar does have a lot of shine. He does have a lot of good moments as well as a lot of good happenings. But I don't know, I really want him to be a little bit more with the cast in terms of like having episodes together. They did have the episode where it was literally Enid's mom and Gar like going on a date and stuff like that, and they're like operating a date, and I really do like that episode a lot too. That was a bit silly, but also felt like a little bit lore, I guess, driven at the same time. But it was, again, amazing. I really did like that episode. Okay, I guess ending off that, I have only two more, and the last two are anime. So the last two specifically is Special 7 Special Crime Investigation Unit and No Guns Life. So I'll start with Special 7 first. So I watched Special 7 and No Guns Life with my friend Wyatt. Hopefully we can finish it soon, because they're both not that long. I think No Guns Life has like 2 seasons, but again, with Special 7, we only watched 2 episodes, and I thought it was good. I just felt like it was a little bit generic in terms of like, I guess, some of the characters, how they look, and in terms of like the main character. Also, the main character's like little friend that he has, like, looks a little bit like Sasuke a little bit, or just like that little emo type of guy. You know what I mean. And then you also got the lolly on the team, and you got like the gun guy, you got the sword girl, you got the butler, you know what I mean? And the main guy looks pretty generic, but the show definitely looks pretty promising so far, and I definitely actually want to give it a super chance because it looks really good. And honestly, oh yeah, my friend also Wyatt pretty much enjoyed it as well, so I definitely want to give it a shot. And we're quickly going over Special 7 is basically like a special crime unit that is also like in a fairyland type of thing, where they're also dealing with all these other people, like fairies, orcs, and all this other stuff. But it's like more realistic, but also, you know, it's anime, so they're animating it up a little bit for other certain terms. And the main character just got into this special unit that basically deals with like terrorist organizations and stuff like that. But they haven't had anything like bad or anything like that happen in a long time. And apparently, like, this main villain that was a problem years ago had just basically got out of prison, and he might be up to some things, and that's pretty much it, honestly. And again, some of the things, like little jokes here and there, were pretty funny, I thought, as well as some of the action scenes. And then some of just like how smart some of these characters are. It felt not out of place, but like it felt, actually no, it's interesting. It's very interesting, I guess I would use that word or term. But yeah, I definitely want to continue watching Special 7 and keep you guys updated. We'll see if I ever make a video on it, but I don't know. We'll see. And lastly, No Guns Life. I definitely really enjoyed No Guns Life, for sure. We watched like, I think we only watched 2 episodes, or maybe a few. The guy just has a gun as a head, and he's sort of like an investigator, and he's helping out this kid that needs help. Like, he was experimented on by like a big ass corporate company that deals with like prosthetics and all this other stuff, but they're actually experimenting on children and all that other stuff. And basically, this guy that has a gun for a head basically got into the mix of things because one of the kids had found him and asked for help, and he didn't want to turn him down. So basically, he's trying to help out the kid, as well as maybe, I guess, take down a company. At that point, we don't really know what's specifically going on, because again, there's only 2 episodes that me and my boy Wyatt had to watch, again with the same show. So we're just sort of really, I don't know, I'm sort of really invested. Like, I really want to know what's going on in it. And then I guess Wyatt's invested in Special 7. But it's all, again, very interesting, and the world seems like pretty cool, and I do like the stylistic choice that they have for the animation as well. So again, I'm very interested in the show, and I want to give it a shot, and I'm probably going to make a video on that one. That one, if anything, is the one I definitely want to make a video out of. But other than that, I guess I'll see you guys later, and hopefully the next video will be out soon. And peace, guys.